Hey, this is Jay with J Hags RC. Today we are going to do the fix that I've done on my Monster Beetle re-release. Okay, the first thing we're going to look at, and I'm going to try to steady my hand here, is what's going on with the differential. Here's the differential itself. They're metal gears. They're cast steel, but they should be relatively durable. There's your little pinions. They're pretty small, but at the same time, they are steel, so they should hold up. I know that there's a whole mess of diff problems going on with these, with them clicking and just overall problems. I had the same problem. I had about 3 packs, and they're just 3000 mAh nickel metal packs, before I started to get the diff click in it, which was kind of disheartening, to be honest with you. But I did this, and I haven't had a problem since. There we go. The differential sits in these stamped steel plates, just like this dude right here. And I'm going to lose all my little inserts. And all that sits in a little black insert piece, and it all sandwiches together. And when you're hearing the diff clicking, what is actually going on, and this was a problem that they had years ago, but there is too much play in between your side gear for your differential and your pinions. What that's doing, since they're gears, they want to push apart anyway. And then since the side plates are stamped, they give you just a little bit of flex, where when you start accelerating, those gears can kind of spread that little bit, and they're jumping teeth. So what I did, and I read about this on some old forums, I saw it like Ultimate RC, but there is our idler gear. That is a 5x8 by 0.5 millimeter Teflon shim. This is a Traxxas part number. It is part number 1985 for just the shims, for just 5x8. I think there's 20 of them for $2 or $2.50. Or you can go with Traxxas part number 1685, which is an assortment of 5x11 and 5x8 shims. I put one shim. Hope you guys can see it, wouldn't it? Okay. I put one shim. Well, dang it. Right there. Sorry. There it is right there. All that's doing is that it's putting a little more pressure on these side plates right here. When everything bolts together, it's actually taking those steel plates and squeezing them together just the slightest bit, so now they can't spread out and the gears can't skip. This has worked pretty well for me, and this has worked well enough that these are the same differential gears that came with the kit when I bought it. After the second pack I ran through it, I started to hear the skip. The third and fourth pack I went ahead and ran anyway, and it was skipping pretty bad. I pulled everything apart. The gears themselves looked fine. So did a little bit of interwebs research, saw where somebody would put the shim, the 5x8 shim in there. I haven't had a problem since. I've got probably 6 to maybe 8 packs in there as well, and I have not had a problem since. And one other thing that I have done to try to save these gears, because even when this kit first came out, people were having problems. My tires, there we go, themselves on the rims, I have not glued the rear tires. The fronts I believe are, but I let just a little bit of slip between these two, if need be, just because the differential is a little bit of a weak spot. You've got to have a little bit of a fuse somewhere. So my thought is, if that can slip just a little bit and act kind of like a slipper clutch, if you will, hopefully all of that won't be transferred onto here. And I know another fix, if you want to eliminate all differential action, is you can pull that gear up, you can fill that cavity with like hot glue or shoe goo or something like that, and then stick the gears back in, which is going to lock it, but that's also going to kill your turning radius. Definitely something you could do if you'd like, but I'm, I like turning, so I don't necessarily want to do that. Here we go. I put that shim on this axle side with that pin in there, because if you've built one of these gearboxes, it's kind of a pain in the butt to get everything lined up anyway, since it's all a 3-piece. I put it on this side, that way I can get that dude stuck down through there and help kind of thread that shim so it doesn't fall out. But that's what I've done. Thanks for watching.